Hello everyone, my name's Debbie, I'm from Australia. I'm here today with my May 2023 cross stitch update. I hope this video finds you well. We won't go into the number of days in videos I've tried to do this, but after some tech support on the weekend from my son, I think I can finally get this done. This is the second time I have done it today. The first one did the whole thing, was so excited I finally got it done. No volume. Anyway, in May I had 4 starts, 1 finish, and I've got about 18 projects to show you. And I'll do a quick summary of the MIYAStitch retreat I went to at the end of May down in Victoria, just to show you the good time we had. Anyway, first, finishes. My sole finish this month was my small for MIYAStitch retreat. This is Busy as a Bee by Sue Hollis. I did it on 40 count lemon butter from Jay's X Stitch on Etsy. I was happy with the finish, though a bit disappointed on the cording. It was so cold in this room when I was finishing it up that by the time I actually put the glue gun down and went to poke the cord in, the glue was almost set, which was a bit of a problem, but the lovely Rachel that picked my parcel said she was happy with it, and there was a few other bits and pieces in it, so thank you very much, and I do hope you enjoy it, and thanks for tracking me down and let me know that you happily received it. I'll show you mine that I got while I'm here. Couldn't have picked a better one. This wasn't marked. My parcel was, you knew you were going to get something with a bee on it in it, but I lucked out on mine. Inside there were threads that matched the top of the box. Check these out. Lovely beaded earrings. Love them. It's in like an Altoid tin, lined both sides with the felt. The lady that submitted these was quite happy for me to show them, but she did ask for a name not to be used, so you know who you are. I thank you very much, and I will enjoy it. We'll go now on to my starts, the other 3 starts, because that first one was the start and the finish, with a group of other like-minded women for Mer Mania. We started the Red Mermaid from RTO. Some started at the top, some started at the bottom. The list of all the people in the sow are down below, is down below in the notes. I started in the middle. A lot of people started at the top. Having a bit of an issue, you can see just there is stitching behind the mermaid. There is a lot more of that colour to be down the bottom. I haven't decided whether I'm actually going to substitute that blue that you can see there under the white, and I think it's supposed to be flecks of that is back stitching the white stitches, or whether I might even use black just to make it a little bit more visual as we go along. I'll see how it goes down here, whether it suits it down here. This is being done on 36 count Sorcerer from Cascade Fabrics in Australia, and we started it on the 8th of May. Now, on my before and after photo, Anne, who is Hooks on Instagram, and I, we talked Kelly from Animal Instincts to coming to MIYAStitch. Wasn't that she didn't want to, she was just worried about her workload, but we decided mental health was better than anything, and that was our excuse to get her to join us. What you can see now is Kelly started at the top, and that's the mermaid's head, and she lined them up with my body just to give us a look of what she will turn out like. She's going to look beautiful. She really is going to look beautiful. She's a lovely girl. Kelly, I believe, is using might be called Midnight from number 12 Stitch Co. But you can see that on her video. My next start was from Jareen Jones. It's a sunflower sewing pouch. I just thought this was such a happy little stitch. The hard hanger scares the willies out of me, but I'm going to give it a good college try. I am completing this on 25 count country mocha, and that is where I'm up to. Just to let you know, I've got a new webcam. My husband bought it for me for my birthday. It has a wider view, so I had to move a few things in the room, and it looks like it's going to have nice clear photos. If I can hold them still enough. This I started on the 18th of May 23. I just really liked it. The other thing you may notice is when you get to the comparison photos a bit later on, is for Mother's Day for my son and his girlfriend, I got a shot box, which is like a light box to take photos in, and it really pulling up quite a few nice colours on the fabrics and showing them a bit clearer. My last start was May is Yellow Submarine from Blackbird Designs. This is the last one in the Magical Mystery tour that I had to do, and then I'll work out how to put them all together. It's in here, I just got to get it out. I had a couple of days when I got back from Vic Stitches where I finished all my challenges for May. So I started this on the 29th down at Vic Stitches, and the last couple of days in May I decided to finish the submarine. This is on 40 count Cadet Blue, which is more that colour, from number 12 Stitch Co. This, I'll show you the others later, this is one of the grime guards I purchased from Teaser Handmaids at the retreat, and that, come on, that is, oh come on, the needle mender I got from Daisy Chain that brought her whole shop to the retreat. Before, oh well, there's no before, but there's where I'm up to on Yellow Submarine. Onto the whips. This one I didn't show you last month. This is a Stitch in Time Super Size Max Colours by Aimee Stewart. There is a total of 237 stitches in this one. Colours, sorry. Colours, not stitches, I wish. I've actually got it on a big board this one. And that is where she is at the moment. The egg timer in the, well, egg timer, you know, sand timer in the middle there. That is the middle of the shelf. So I'm past the middle of the middle shelf, of the first shelf. And I am working on, yep, I did that wrong last time. I am working on that section there, which is actually has a lady sitting in a chair out the garden, I believe. I'm glad to be getting those pink flowers done. They are quite time consuming before and after. So this after is actually 2 months worth of stitching, and a close up of the section I'm working in. That again, 2 months worth of stitching in there. There's a lot to go, but I'm getting those pink flowers slowly done. They are very time consuming. I'll be glad when this shelf's over. Next whip I have for you is Atelier Angel, which works translates to Workshop Angel. This is by Alena Koshkina on Etsy, There's a lot of back stitching to go on there and stuff in the background. I concentrated on the brown to get the dress model, some of it showing up this time. I was going to get that up, but they are pink stitches on the sides. I think the next time I get this out I might try and do some of the back stitching to show up the details in the top section. I have done the angel's face, but I'm enjoying how this one's getting on. I hadn't done any stitching for quite some time on this one, and the last couple of months I've got a fair bit done. This is before and after last month. You can see I worked on the browns and got a lot of the browns and maroony colours done to get the dress form showing up. Next, B by Lorna Laine, charted by Gecko Rouge. Inspired by Kelly from Animal Instinct. And that is where I'm up to. I'm doing this on 20 count white Aida. Hard sometimes to see what you've done on this one, because you can do a lot of confetti and you can't sort of see it when, you know, it's all sort of hidden in this area here. But if you look at the before and after, I think it was the pink flowers at the on the left, I think, that I worked on. I sort of can get half, either the bottom half or the top half, in the big Q snap I use on that one. I think in July it'll get 2,000. One of the challenges. It will get one of the 2,000 challenges in July, which will get a big hit on it soon. So that'll be good. Next, I call this one Cat Silhouette. This is by MIYAStitch, M-I-Y-A, on Etsy. One of the challenges this month is 300 stitches on an animal. I'm doing this one as a cat. I have done all the cross stitch. Most of the cross stitch was done this month, and there'll be more than equivalent 300 stitches in back stitch due on this fellow, so this one should be finished this month. Before and after, you can see all that white's been done, all the filling's been done. I'm quite looking forward to the back stitch coming along on that one. What? Spring, Celebrate Spring from Madame Chantilly. This one's very close to a finish as well. I think when you get there, it is only the blackboard I have left to do. It's shaking. There we go, only the blackboard left to do. I'm doing this 1/1 on 28 count. And only the blackboard to do, and spring is finally done. I started this one on the 22nd of March 2022, doing all 4 seasons on the same fabric. So it's on the downhill slide. Before and after that you already had a quick look at, and you can see I could get that one in the shot box so you can actually see the green fabric a lot nicer in the photo, which is lovely. Gone to Pieces on Dog Sampler. I really need to sort out the background colours on this one. This is where I am up to. I don't want to get too much further and have all the colours to do. I want to try and do it as I go along. So I need to sort those colours out. Enjoying this. This is being done on 40 count platinum from Zweigert, using Silts for You 070. They're black, and I started on the 14th of March 23. Before and after. So I really need to get my colours sorted so I can sort of do it as I go along. I don't want to do all the black and then end up coming back and have to start from the bottom again. Next whip, Greenhouse of Oddities Sal from Lola Cross Stitch. This one, we've had 3 plantings. We had planting 1, planting 2, and the artist and her butterflies are planting 3. I am up to date on this one. This one comes out, each planting now comes out every Friday, and there's about 800 stitches in each planting. I fell in love with this with the frame. This is being done on 38 count, purely primitive, and I started on the 28th of the 4th, 23. Before and after, we'll simply show you the frame and then the 3 plantings. And that includes the one from the other night, so there's a little bit of June stitching in there, but it doesn't matter. Kringles, finally got the roof done, and I only have to do the grey in 2 of the windows, and then I can finally get inside to the fun part. Excuse me. So you can see that I got all the black done in the roof. 2 of those windows haven't got the grey done. All the white's done, but the grey's not done. Then it's just finishing in. Some of them have got, you know, I've got the pram, the deer, the light, the tree, and over here that's actually a train. But that was to get certain colours dealt with. So the building will be done once those windows are done, and I'll be right. And this is being done on 40 count Meadow Rouge from Lakeside Linen. Before and after. You can see all the grey and lovely blue fluff on the photo on the roof there. It's not meant to be there. So all the grey's now been done in the roof. So it's just those 2 windows and then onto the fun stuff. Next whip, this one I stitched on down in Big Stitches Retreat. This is Bella Filapina, Magwayen. Everyone said the same thing. They couldn't believe how colourful she was based on the actual picture, but she is very beautiful. She is very beautiful. She is very beautiful. I have done the crownix in there. All the gaps over here this side and in the boat are all beads. I always do my beads at the end, which is a lie when you see Christmas elegance, but there was a reason for that. But that's for the June update. This is being done on an ice dye, so it's like a one-off from Colour Cascades. And I started on the 23rd of January 2023. And that D I bought at the treat from Once Upon a Needle Minders. It's like a Scrabble D. Before and after. Worked more on the dress, and I don't think you can see it, but I filled in the missing petite treasure braid that was missing in the boat. So the boat now only has some beads and it's up to scratch. Next we have Melissa from the Primitive Hare. I've only got to do the bee hive, some of the back stitching there, and a couple of bees and the name. As regulars, any of the regulars will know, my name will say Debbie because it's Hebrew for the bee. And when you see the before and after shot, Again, you'll see how lovely the fabric shows up. But you also see the difference the backstage string makes on her poor little face. She's coming out really nicely. I've got a couple of bees to do down the sides and her name and the bee skip. With her skin, I tried doing 1/1, but for some reason it just didn't go right. So I ended up, instead of 2/2, because it's on 32 count, I did 1/2 to lighten her skin. And I'm really happy with how she's working out. Next, again for Mer Mania. This was my birthday start last year. It was given to me by Kelly at MIYAStitch as a gift. And here she is on her 1-year anniversary. Again, you see how blue this is. You'll see that it's more green, the actual fabric. I am up to the 1/1 skip. Actually, I don't think I did 1/1, did I? Because this is 36 count, I think I am doing 2/2. I was going to try and do 1/2, but the fabric came through. So I am up to the skin part of her. All the rest of it has been done except for beads. And just working my way up into the top section, which is really a lot of skin, the purse she's holding and her hair. And that brown that you can see is her hair floating as it's coming around. I've loved this all the way along, before and after. That is the closest I can get to the actual photo, and that's using that colour box, shot box. It is a little bit more green than what the camera shows, but that's pretty much the colour that the fabric is. So it's now 1/1 skin. I did give a fair bit done in May. Next we have tap dancers, long dog samplers, tap dancers. This one, it's on its way to a finish. A couple of months tops, it will be done. Exclude, yeah, you're going to see that thread behind there. Just ignore that thread if you can see it through the fabric. That's where I'm up to, so I'm coming up to that final corner. This is being done on 36 count ice blue from Zweigert. And I'm using a PR I'm using a variegated blue. And I'll have it written down. I think it's 16. No, I don't know. I won't tell you. I'll write it down on the sheet so I can tell you next time. But it is a very slightly variegated from Silks For You. I really enjoy stitching on that one too. Not that I don't mind stitching on any of them before and after. What did I do? I worked on the crow, the hand holding, oh no, it's not actually holding the glass, and just the tip of the bottle just coming out, the big champagne bottle that shows up on the next page. Next, long dog samplers, Templar Prophecy. Now, I am working about there. I've done one of the unicorns. I've finished the dragon over here. Over here. And I've finished this Celtic design. So I've got the lace across and pretty much that much to go. And I'm finally done. This was my New Year, New Start. Back in. Excuse me. Back in 2020, and yes, it was just one of those years, obviously. Come on, you can fit it all in. The one thing I noticed with this new webcam is it's actually wider than the old one. So that's the first unicorn. I'm going to have them black, that grey, a lighter grey, then a very pale grey, as if they're running out of ink as they go across the page. I think this is different from the one I showed you a minute, the last video. I think I'm actually going to move it down and do the top lace and get that done, so then I can really make sure coming to the end that I don't mess up the colours, because I've only got that small section to go, and I don't want to pick a colour and then find that it doesn't work with the one across the top. Before and after. You can see I'm getting to the top, so it definitely will be finished this year, which is yay. Yay. The last whip I've got to show you is the Haunted Library Sale. Again, Lola Crow. This one is long finished, but Kelly from Animal Instincts and Joe from Lucy Stitches and I started it at a later date. That's where I'm up to. I've got to sort out the skeleton, and the only reason I say it like that is because I do have trouble saying that word. I haven't worked out. It's got several colours in it. I was going to do it all white, and then I sort of, I was a bit worried I'd lose the depth in like the rib cage and that. I think I'll do it all white in this glow in the dark thread, and then if it doesn't look right, I will unpull it and I'll go back to the 4 colours. That, and I'm going to put the bones in the little cat over there. I've got stitches this month due in this for Down Under Divas, so I'll get those done for next month. Before and after, basically it came across in the brown. Might have had to stitch brown for penalty stitches. It's getting very hard to match some of the projects. So I think one of them I did penalties nearly for the whole fortnight one, because there was just nothing I was stitching, and I just don't want to. I did it last year. I started things that I really didn't want to start just to marry them up, and I don't want to do this year, so we'll see how we go. Next I have, and while I do the briefing, I'm going to talk about Vic stitches. Number one, everyone was delighted to actually see this project in person from Kelly from Animal Instinct. I can tell you, I've had a sneak peek, and she's almost halfway finished the 3rd cat's face, and it's looking fantastic. It is a beautiful, beautiful project. At the end of my video, I will insert the brag table, which will show this and a lot of other nice works. I forgot to take any of mine. I thought I was organised. When I got down there, I was a bit annoyed, but there's always next year. As we go through, on our desk this year, there was a paper bag that contained these goodies. There was a coffee cup, various colours, but I got a nice maroon one. There was a zipper pull from Once Upon a Needle Minder. Floss Anthology gave us the must sticks that were very cleverly packaged in her new thread storage system, which is fantastic, and you really should go to Flosstube and check that out. She's also on Instagram. It was a discount voucher from Fiddlesticks AU, and Silks for You gave us a skein of variegated silk as well as a discount for the weekend, and I believe the Stitching Sisters gave us the needle minder, and mine with a little hedgehog, which is cute. This is the close-up of Kelly's must sticks. I'd already eaten my 3, 8, 3, 4. I thought it was just so cleverly done how she matched the colours with her with her system to show us how she stores the thread. And this is fabric that Kelly bought from Daisy Chain and some trim. Now I got photos of everyone except Daisy Chain because I left it too late to sort of get myself organised. So this is a photo of last year. Now last year she bought her shop and it was fantastic. This year it was set up like a shop in the alcove. It was fantastic. And of course she's now starting dyeing her own fabrics. So it was absolutely fantastic to see all the fabrics there and actually have a chance to see them in person, which is so rare for some of us. Now, while I'm on that one, from her shop, I did get a Q-snap. I'm not going to show you the Q-snap. I got this Bees in the Box ornament from the Bee Cottage. Sorry, I haven't taken out. It's got a lot of sparkles in it. It's just so beautiful and delicate. Let me see. Sorry. See if I can get it out without the sparkles going. It may still be a bit. There we go. Isn't that so pretty? So pretty. So I got that pattern from Therese, and then even though I'm on a fabric diet put on by myself, monitored by hooks from Instagram, and I'll show that one last. Okay, this one is 18 count opalescent Aida in celery. Come on. There we go. You can see the sparkle. Even though I'm on that diet, I was allowed to get these because you could see them and they're beautiful. And no, I don't have any, except for one. This is called Sky Blue, and it is a 28 count 28 count linen? No, evenweave. Sky Blue. I think I've got to come in, out. There we go. Oopsie daisy. They all come with these beautiful little charms and labels. This one is a 40 count linen in Barely There. Come on. There we go. And it is just the sweetest creamy brown. It's like a creamy brown. It's lovely. You can just see the slightly, like she said, slightly there against the white of the label. We have got Smoky Taupe on 40 count Aida. And a 40 count linen. Lovely modelling. No spots that you can see. Whoopsie daisy fabrics. They're just lovely. Now this one is the one that's already got a job to go with. This is 36 count camel. And these are the colours I will be using on, let's see if I can do these, on the camel. And this will be the project that when I finally get out of here, and it is 25 past 11 already. This is my birthday start for this year, and it Hooks on Instagram gave me this a couple of years ago on my birthday. I have been waiting to start it. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, it's another Long Dog Samplers. Anne had done hers, completed hers on Vintage Country Mocha, and it's beautiful. So that's why we went and had a look, and I actually got another piece. That's when I went back and got that last piece to actually do that project on. The store holders, this is the lovely Shona with Floss Anthology. She had all the kits there. You can buy the full set to put your DMC in. You can buy partial sets. You can buy pages. She's got lots of options there. Absolutely fantastic system. That's how you spell Floss Anthology. She's on Instagram and on Flosstube. I'm pretty sure she's got the video on how to set it up with the mustics. If you can see, come on, there we go. You can see how the threads are hooked. They're hooked in channels on the project sheets, and you only have to get your needle and grab the thread, and everything's always nice, neat and lovely. And that is just such a clever idea, that mustics in there. I bought some needle pulls from her. This is going to be interesting, how the size of the design I need to put in there for that one. Here's a gorgeous, gorgeous little rose. And then, of course, the bee. I met Shona at Meadow Stitches. Lovely, lovely lady. And I suggest you go and check out her sites. Next is Ginger Stitch AU. There is Needle Mondays. Try to stick on the one I've got here. This is Huz, Zane, and you'll see Teddy in a minute. Now, some of my purchases I actually gave away as gifts. I got the Stitcher, the bee, of course. That's got to go on the sunshine project. I got some beautiful Aussie tape. You've got the cats, the whales, and a brown floral. And they have so many beautiful, beautiful floss holders. And again, of course, mine's all bee related. They've got a shop. Their Instagram at Ginger Stitch AU. And I believe they're on Etsy, so you can go and check out their designs. They have beautiful needle minders. They had scissors, just a wide selection. I bought Van Gogh's Starry Night for my daughter. That's her favourite painting. They just had some gorgeous needle minders there. Well worth checking them out. And if I flick over, I can show you dear little Teddy. This was day 3. Teddy loved all the pats. He loved everyone giving him the pats and the cuddles, and he was taken on lots of walks, and he was quite tired by day 3. Next we have, come on, jump, is Kirsty at Once Upon a Kirsty at Once Upon a Needle Minders. It's Kirsty, you know. I tell you, I'm losing it. That is the needle. It's probably not coming focus. It's probably not going to focus because it's a bit shiny. Once Upon a Needle Minder. That's the zipper pull that was in the gift bag. I bought a set of the 3 pins of these beautiful angels. And then I got various other zipper pulls, including this lovely black rose one. Should be interesting with the cat. But purple hearts, purple beads. Just lovely. And again, I believe she could be on Facebook. I believe she's on Facebook. Let me look at the card. Instagram, Once Upon a Needle Minder, and Facebook. She's got a shop on Facebook. Once Upon a Needle Minder on Facebook. To go and check out her bits and pieces. Okay, then I went to Taryn at T.zir. Taryn has grime guards, so many different types of bags, crochet hook holders or rolls, knitting needle rolls, project bags, all sorts of sewing and bits and pieces. I got this grime guard, absolutely beautiful. I bought out one of my vinyl bags that she usually carries. There was a whole heap of those. She also has, and you can get the accessory ones to go with it. This is a cloth bag set that I got off her, and I had to unpack it and put my sunflower kit into that project into that one. I showed you one of the other grime guards earlier on. This is another one, and there's a Harry Potter one out there somewhere as well. With Taryn, you can find her on Facebook at T.zir, T.zir, Z-I-R, Handmaids. And even if you've got fabric, if you contact her, she's quite happy to have you send her the fabric and make the bits and pieces that you want. These are just quick photos from a distance, showing you the setup. There was 82 of us plus the vendors. It was a lovely, we went for 2 days. We didn't go for the half day. On the Sunday, and took us to Bright and showed us around Victoria, because neither Kelly nor I had sort of been around that area before. That's the Canberra girls that I stitch with once a month, or some of them at least. We were sitting at another table, mainly because we're on our way, and we got the message that people we sat with last year had grabbed our name bags and set up our places, so that was great, knowing that we could walk in, and we were sort of organised. Like I said, great time. The local paper came. You can see Huss and various stitches there, Laura X Stitch and others, where they were interviewed, what made them start and so forth. I couldn't get any more photos than that, because I couldn't get them to sort of come across on I couldn't get them to come across on Facebook, on the group, to actually see what was going on. I'm going to pop in here. This is the little fella I was babysitting. If my Saturday email had gone through, a video had gone through, you would have had a live capture of little Newt. He was exhausted after 2 hours of me trying to get it to work. He actually fell asleep in my arms. He's kicked his butt, and he claimed that chair. He said the house was bigger than his flat, and he ran around, got exhausted. He'd have a nap and off he'd go again. And dear old Grumble Bum, he was exhausted when he left, because all Newt wanted was to be Darcy's friend. And Darcy said, "No way, Jose." He growled, and I don't think I've heard him growl quite like that, and he hissed. I did see him nose rub towards the end, and hubby thinks that maybe another couple of days they would have been friends, I don't know. Darcy was adamant. He was grumpy and he didn't want to be our friends, but when he left, he just fell asleep on my lap and he was there for quite hours. Funny little Toby. Anyway, so you missed the live bits of them, like I said. I could have slipped it in here, but it just would have been me moving the lips and nothing coming out. I have got the stats for this month. I am up to 33 at the end of May. I've already started, but I finished one. So I've only going to have one start today. I've got to start that today, and I will before I go to bed tonight. So that one's there. I will at the very end of this pop in the brag, the video I took of the brag table. You will hear everyone in the background. I had hoped I could play it through this system that I use and talk over it and explain who, what and why. No, only pictures come through this, so that didn't work. So I will pop this at the end. I thank you for watching. I hope it is not disjointed. I hope I haven't half said things because I've done this so many times I don't know what I've said. So any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you next month. Thank you.